We are solicitors to Minister Mercychinwo, hereinafter referred to as Minister Mercy. It is with deep concern that we address the recent controversies surrounding Minister Mercy's relationship with Mr. thank Ezeetee, her former manager. While we would have preferred to maintain silence on this matter, the severity of the falsehood being circulated compels us to clarify the fact and set the record straight. General note: contrary to the sensational narratives, Minister Mercy did not initiate any court action case against Mr. thank Ezeetee regarding our music catalog. At no point has she claimed that a 50-50 revenue split from her DSP earnings is unfair. The issues with Mr. Ezeetee are, in fact, grave matters that have posed significant threat to her life and cannot be easily exhausted, but she has preferred to remain silent. What were the real issues? Minister Mercy's journey with Ezeetee began humbly during her days as Ezeetee's backup singer in Port Harcourt. Over time, their work relationship flourished, with Ezeetee assuming a local parentis role, advising and monitoring her. Their relationship was not born out of contract, but beyond. She honors him like a father. He commenced managing her early in 2017, introducing her to his pastor, Pastor Temple Odoko, and later specifically advised that they sign a management contract on her birthday to remarkably announce their work. He brought the contract, and it was happily executed on September 5, 2017 in Port Harcourt. Note, date, and place. Work relation. The work relation was super cordial. Minister Mercy's Excess Love project was recorded in 2017, and it was a major success. Other projects followed. Ezeetee put in the work and passion. He talked big on his vision for gospel music in Nigeria, and she strongly bought into it. Relocation to Lagos. The grace of God was evident, and need to relocate to Lagos became crucial in 2018. He established the structure, and they worked with unity and a common vision. Everyone was committed to the organization vision, and she was instrumental in ensuring that more gospel ministers, starting with Judy K, joined the organization in early 2019. The turning point. Towards the middle and end of 2019, commencing the third year of working with Ezeetee, things began to change gradually. They had discussions, as usual, about the organization and her plans. He expressed his intention for her to extend her 5-year contract to 12 years. However, she declined, stating that she's got other plans. Afterwards, she noticed that at any given opportunity to address any issue, Ezeetee would be hostile and make reference to the contract. They started talking tough and repeatedly about the contract, which was not the norm. It was at this point that she realized she needed to have a copy of the contract. As the situation got worse in 2020, she demanded for her copy of the contract. By the way, her copy of the contract was only given at the end of the contract time, on the 23rd of November 2022. By the 4th year, the relationship had become extremely toxic, as Minister Mercy started to endure untold verbal and emotional assault that literally affected her person. Ezeetee would threaten her with statements like, "I will deal with you. I will mess you up. I made you whom you are. I can shut you up, and nobody will hear you again. I will destroy your career," including the use of the F word. Sadly, on different occasions. Extremely hostile, antagonistic, and abusive. Ezeetee continued to intimidate her, isolating and bullying her, misleading people, inviting her for events about her availability. When she gets invitations to minister at programs, the management would respond to the invitee that she was not available or that she was sick. In some cases, the management would demand an outrageous fee for her to attend programs in order to frustrate the invitation. One of such heartbreaking incidents involved a church program that had been concluded for her to attend in October 2021. hosted by a father of faith in Edo State, Reverend Felix Omobode, Ezeetee suddenly told the host that Minister Mercy could not attend because she had a terminal health problem. She got wind of it and fought back. It became chaos while she threatened it was over and done with the organization. She was threatened with a contract, but she insisted she will go and minister against the management's wish. There were invitations. After much pressure, he claimed the organizers did not make flight arrangements. She said she would attend by any means. He eventually booked the flight. To her surprise, her host came along with a medical team to the airport to receive her, believing she was unwell and may need support. Meanwhile, Minister Mercy also discovered that her tickets and that of Ezeetee had been long booked by the host. Reconciliation. Though broken, she made efforts at reconciliation. She prayed and had discussions with her spiritual mentor. She decided to make a deliberate effort to restore the good working relationship. She was led to sow a seed to him. She bought a brand new SUV for him as a seed. She made efforts, and they tried to achieve a genuine reconciliation. They reconciled, but he was more particular about posting the car on social media to appreciate her. She declined, and things got worse. The situation worsened as there was no longer trust. She lived in tears. She had to narrate her experience to Minister Chioma Jesus, whose intervention led to the management returning her call lines to her in December 2021 to manage her program scheduling herself, without removing her costs of logistics for travels and remuneration for her team members, which she must pay. She remitted an absolute total of 50% of any gift or honorarium with date and evidence to Ezeetee. If she delayed, it would certainly send a mail. Case of forgery. After a contract had expired on the 5th of September 2022, Minister Mercy was directed to get her copy of the contract from his pastor, Temple Odoko, who has now become their mutual father, and she got her copy on November 22, 2022. Shockingly, it turned out that the contract that was signed in 2017 had been replaced with another contract made in 2019. A new contract made in 2019 was altered to seem as if it was the document signed in 2017. Clearly, on the face of the contract, at the front page, the 2019 was altered to 2017 by turning the 9 to 7 with a pen. However, the commencement page was carelessly reading 2019. Ezeetee is challenged in one word to release the first 3 pages and the execution page of the contract in public. The contract till date has no original, just a photocopy. Due diligence revealed that after signing the original contract in 2017, 2 years later, when they had relocated to Lagos, Ezeetee secured the services of a prominent and respected law firm in Lagos, Udo Udoma and Bello Osage, to prepare a new contract in 2019. The contract was used to substitute the 2017 original contract. The contract was prepared and sent to him via email in 2019 by Udo Udoma and Bello Osage. He altered the front page of the contract to read 2017 and claimed it was the contract signed. Meanwhile, the commencement date was carelessly left at 2019 on the document. He refused to release the original contract signed in 2017, but the new one 2019. At the investigation meeting, our management partner, Pelumi Olajengbesi, respectfully asked Mr. Mena Ajapovi, ESQ, partner at Udo Udoma and Bello Osage, to speak to the integrity of the contract. The partner confirmed that while they drafted the contract in 2019, it was never signed in their presence, as Eezeetee claimed. He added that their firm sent it to him via email and was not aware of the 2017 alterations on the contract. This exposed the fact that it was not the same contract signed in 2017 in Port Harcourt. It is important to reiterate that while the 2017 contract was just about 5 pages, the 2019 contract, which was introduced by Ezeetee to replace the old contract, was 25 pages, allocating lifetime ownership of all music works to Ezeetee and cut in a manner intended to perpetually have Minister Mercy in servitude. Other issues. Ezeetee in the continued onerous act. Doctored reports received from Symphonic, Africori, and YouTube by not declaring the contract revenue split to be paid out to Minister Mercy. It brought documents in the mid-years of the contract that she needs to sign to help recover her revenue from publishing as songwriter. Yet, he falsely listed himself as the writer of all her songs to receive revenues as both writer and producer. He refused to remit her a penny from the publishing revenue for the past 7 years, from interception till date, and Minister Mercy didn't make it an issue. He did not remit his choiced 50% of the digital stream's earnings from 2022 to 2024, a complete 2 years. Ezeetee claimed that he has paid her over $600,000. That couldn't have been the reason for the issues. Minister Mercy recorded and released almost 40 songs with him. Whatever he has remitted to her is from the 50% ratio, and she has never complained about the percentage. After the contract, Minister Mercy made significant efforts to record an additional album before the expiration of her contract. She had clear instructions on the songs, wrote them down, and sent a list to Ezeetee, requesting a recording schedule. However, his responses were dismissive, with one reply stating, "Now you dey teach me work now."